This is another very classic algebra problem. It says 400 reduced by 2 times my age is 244. How old am I? So the question is, how old am I? And generally we measure age in years. So the unit that I will be looking for is years. So let's pull out some information that is important. We have 400. We have the word reduced by 2. Actually, reduced, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, by 2 times my age is 244. So there are 4 key pieces here. We have the number 400. Reduced means minus. 2 times my age, that's 2a. Age is the unknown, so we're going to call that 2a. And then we have is 244. So you have your equation right here. 400 reduced by 2 times my age is 244. And that's what I'm going to solve. So we have the variable, which is age, on this side, and we have the constant, which is years, on this side. And we are going to minus 400 from both sides. Cancel and copy. Minus 2a, and then on the other side we have 244 and 400 negative, so this is a negative 156. Use your calculator, that's fine. Then I will divide both sides by negative 2. So a equals 78. My age is 78. So let's check it out. Let's see if this fits. I'm going to do exactly what it says. I'm going to say 400 minus 2 times 78, and that should equal 244 if I've done this correctly. So 2 times 78, that's 156. 400 minus 156 is indeed 244. So I know that my math is right. And age is 78. If you want to put it in a sentence, make sure that it matches. My age is 78 years. That does match with the unit that we started with. You always want to make sure that that matches up, and it does. Okay. The cooking club made some pies to sell at a ball game to raise money for new math books. The cafeteria contributed 4 pies to the sale. Each pie was cut into 5 pieces and sold. There was a total of 60 pieces to sell. So how many pies did the club make? So we want to know how many pies, not pieces, how many pies did the club make? So our unit this time is pies and club. So if I highlight, I have the cafeteria, not the club, did 4. They tell me that each pie was cut into 5 pieces and that there was a total of 60 pieces to sell. So here's what we know. We know that the club pies are the unknown. We don't know how many pies. So I'm going to let that be the letter P. We do know that the cafeteria did 4 pies. We know that 1 pie, and I'm going to do this a little differently, 1 pie was cut into 5 pieces. So 5 pieces per pie. And we know that there were a total of 60 pieces. So that's an equals. Total, that's a keyword for equals 60. So we know that the club plus the cafeteria made up these 60 pieces. We know that the cafeteria made 4 pies and each pie had 5 pieces. And we know that the club's pies, each pie had 5 pieces, but we don't know how many pies there were. So here's the equation that you and I need to solve. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and simplify that down a little bit more. So we're going to say 5p plus 20 equals 60. And here's where the solving comes into play. Here's your variable, that's the number of pies. And here's your constant, those are the number of pieces. So we minus 20 and we minus 20, and we're left with 5p equals 40. Divide both sides by 5, and that means that pies were 8. That the club contributed 8 pies. So let's see if this fits. Let's see if it checks out. The cafeteria, we know that they had 4 pies and that each pie had 5 pieces. That's a total of 20 pieces to sell. We believe that the club did 8 pies and that each of those had 5 pieces. 8 fives are 40. So if you add the pieces, you get a total of 60. And that's exactly what I would expect to get. That's what the problem told me. So the club donated 8 pies. Check that against your units, and sure enough, you have the club and the number of pies.